Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Bork No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to the Hatsune event and all the things occurring rank 7 to rank 8. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you actually click this present box right here of Hatsune, it's going to show you the preview and the start date of February 17th. Let's go over here and you can see some details, pretty much Crunchyroll dropping the Hatsune event and all that stuff. Note that double dungeon drop is going to be happening on February 16th. So on February 15th, pretty much go to your dungeon run and then sit on stage 1. We'll cover more about it later as we get to the 15th because it's probably best reminder there. But pretty much what happens, you just sit there, so that way you can double your rewards the following day. All right, and then the Arisa banner, we'll cover her later. Let's talk about the actual Hatsune event. So note here that there is going to be boss battles, and then the victory medal gacha. This is going to be the thing that's going to be exchanged so that you can get memory shards and jewels. So this is going to be a very good event to get stuff. All right, note here that we're pretty much being teased Hatsune and Shori shards, so these are going to be farmable, and you're gonna pretty much use the victory medals like we talked about earlier. There's going to be event missions that will pretty much grant you extra rewards such as more gems, more memory shards, this, that, and the third. And then there's also going to be an event login bonus. Note that this event is going to be very stamina based, so I recommend saving some gems or having some gems left over so you can, do more runs, farm some shards. It's going to be a really great event. And note that you have to be up to 2-12 normal or 3-1 to pretty much start this event. So once you get to chapter 3, you can totally participate in everything, right? Grotto double drop is going to be occurring on February 25th and then through March 7th. That's going to be really nice so you can upgrade more characters. I like it a lot. And the next thing is going to be the cap increases from 80 to 85, and then the rank increase from 7 to 8. Rank 8 equipment slot times 3 now equipable, so that means I guess there's going to be 3 equipment slots that's going to be available from rank 8. They're probably going to lock the last one behind. We'll talk about what that is. And then there's going to be more story chapters that's going to be opening up, and then of course main quest area 9 is also going to be opening up. So thank you to Crunchyroll Games for posting all this information. It's absolutely amazing. But let's go ahead and cover some actual gameplay, right? So how does this Hatsune event work? Because I definitely want to show y'all. So if you're here in JP, if you actually want to participate in the event, you can already because they catalog all of the previous events from year 1. So this is the Hatsune event, right? You can see here that it's showcasing that you can get Hatsune shards and you can get Shori shards. And then you can see the boss levels, it's 20, 30, and 50. Now the thing is, this is going to be fairly easy for us. It's supposed to be approachable. I like that, all right? The biggest difficulty will correct amount of stamina to tackle everything. I actually haven't done this boss yet, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this is going to be the team I'm running, nothing like really too crazy. So there's going to be a little cutscene and, they're going to say some dialogue, and this boss is going to die really fast because, the units are really strong and everything, right? Once you beat it, you will get a random chest box, and in that random chest box you'll be given a random assortment of weapons and stuff, right? So this is the thing that you're probably going to get. Note that the drops here will correspond to your player level and your rank, so it's really cool like how this event sort of works out. So now I've unlocked hard mode. This is what's going to happen. You can see here that we can farm Shori shards and we can also farm Hatsune shards. Note that you can refresh these, and it's not going to be 5 of them, there's going to be 3. And note that there's a hard mode and a very hard mode. All right, so we can go ahead and go into this hard mode. We'll just tackle it for the sake of it, and note that we can get shards from here. So for me, since this event has already occurred, it's only going to be beatable 1 time, but during the actual event, you're actually going to fight this boss multiple times. That way you can get more victory medals, and you're going to need boss tickets, all right? These boss tickets will be required in order to do more boss runs, and you acquire like boss tickets from doing like the actual normal event. When you're farming for the Shori shards or the Hatsune shards, you'll get tickets. So now I've unlocked very hard mode, and technically I get more gacha currency or victory medals by beating this mode. So we can actually go to an actual live event, but this is like sort of how it works, like event cycles, where you participate in the event, you get the victory medals, and then you go to the victory medal gacha and go from there, right? So this is the current ceremonial Yui event that's currently occurring. I have some runs right here. So if I use some skip tickets, I'm going to get like these red tickets, which are known as the boss tickets. And then you get some random treasure boxes that will drop equipment, right? Like these things right here, because note here that the yellow gear wasn't specified. It's this like random box drop, right? And then once we pretty much go in here and we like fight the boss, let's just use a skip ticket. You can see I have like 500 like boss tickets, right? You get a little bit of the victory medals. So let's go ahead and click the victory medal icon, and then you can see here that I can pretty much, you know, roll the gacha and I get some stuff. I got like pretty much everything, and then I can roll it again. There's a lot of like pretty much potential to get shards and everything. Depending on how it goes, there should technically be like 5 or 6 like different gacha modes. So you can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last one is just an ever-ending like shard. We'll see if this actually appears, because it could change, right? So that really covers the Hatsune event. You know, you're pretty much just going in there, farming stuff. It's just a stamina like free, and the greatest thing about it is you have access to the shards. You can just go in here and go to your heart's content until you maybe possibly build like a Shori, because that's going to be the outcome of this event. I'm not sure if you can build Hatsune. That's going to be a little bit difficult, but you know, we can hope, right? We can hope. And note that we're going to be actually getting missions from these. So when you go over here, this will show you like the mission tabs for beating the Hatsune event. You see like all these different crystals, and I think after you beat the event, you know, you get X amount of crystals, 620, which is pretty nice. Overall, you should total out to like roughly 2,000 crystals, which is really nice, or jewels, whatever you want to call them. But let's go ahead and jump into other things and talk about rank 7 to rank 8. So if you haven't already, make sure to go to Shori's, you know, library, and you can see here they actually added rank 8. So we're looking at Kairi right now, and we can pretty much showcase like, hey, you know, this is the gear that I should be farming. Let's click like another random unit. Let's click on who do we want to pick? Mitsuki, all right. And then Mitsuki will pop up, go into ranks. Let's go ahead and close these for the sake of it. And you can see here, these are going to be the different gears that you can farm. You know, go get these while we're pretty much waiting. So note here that during the actual Crunchyroll thing, they said they were going to unlock three equipment slots that are going to be equipable. So what they mean by the 3 is these 3 in particular. They're not going to unlock like the main hand weapon, because this main hand weapon is not going to be, you know, something they usually acquire. It's going to be like rank 7, where this one's going to be a mystery. Note that this isn't actual unique equipment, so let's just showcase like where unique equipment even goes. So if we go into a character right here like Yukari, she can be pretty much 6-starred, but here is like the 6-star menu, but this is the unique equipment menu. It's entirely different from the actual gear menu. Okay, so for example, Sumigi here, she has like her unique equipment. I can't get it because it says rank 7, right? So this is something that I wanted to showcase. Let's go back over here. So if you go into like the quest helper, this will also show all the different items. Note that, you know, it's very different. Like we don't have like this gear in particular, so that's probably the one that's going to be hidden. This is Kairi as well. Minimum rank 8, you know, max rank 8. So it only shows like the max rank 8 gear, and this is all the things that you should technically farm, right? It'll show you the different stages. Just wanted to cover this really quick. This is the Hatsune event over at Fansubbing, breaking down all the different details regarding everything, the boss battles, you know, the suggested teams, and the rewards. And then you can see here visually like all the different things that you can get. We can't take this for full accuracy because we just don't know. Things could change, but I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, Fansubbing had this like almost spot on correct, because Crunchyroll hasn't shown that they changed too many things regarding like Princess Connect. And then you can see here the story rewards. Now what's interesting is if you do all of Shori's missions or all the different mission stuff, you get up to 72 shards, and then for Hatsune you get up to 90 shards. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but this is just something to take into account for the event. That's how many we will be getting from those. Now, if there is an unlimited shard event like box 6, like I showed you for Ceremonial Yui's event, then maybe we can farm more. But don't forget that you can technically farm more during like the victory rewards and all the actual event missions. So this is just like guaranteed shards. You can farm way more shards from the actual event itself outside of like the guaranteed ones. All right, so don't be demotivated when you see this. This is just a hint at the guaranteed shards that you can get. All right, next thing, let's go ahead and check out this. This is going to be a CN website that shows you the breakdowns from going to R7 to R8. This is like a visual where it's like, hey, these are the characters that are worth it to go to R8. And then these are the characters that are worth just to stay at R7, all right? And some of you are like, all right, how does this work? What makes you say that? So for example, these are all the different characters, right? You can see here Makoto. Makoto actually gains TP from going from R8 to R7. So this is going to be one of the things to take into account, right? So Jito right here, Ninon, like they're getting TP gains. So long as the character is getting TP gains, it's sort of worth it. And Eriko is getting like attack gains. It's okay if characters lose a little bit of defense. It's not really that much of a big deal. Eriko's kind of squishy anyways. You want more attack. She's kind of like a glass cannon. You know, Suzuna. Now Mimi, this one's a little bit questionable because she gets minus 15 TP. It's up to you at the end of the day whether you want to make the judgment call to be like, I'm going to raise X character or not. Because they do get some bonuses, but not everything is a bonus, right? Let's see Mitsuki, Kaori, you know, Kaori getting some TP increases, which is nice. And then same thing with Shinobu, Shiori, and then, you know, Hiyori. Now, I'm just going to scroll through these and find a character that I think is not going to be one to definitely raise for. And that's going to be Hatsune. Hatsune is a character that should definitely not go to rank 8. And of course, take this information with a grain of salt because some things can change. We have to look at the gear, but I doubt they would change the actual values for the equipment, right? So you can see here, Hatsune actually loses magic attack and she loses TP. So this is a character that would not technically benefit going to R8. This is something to look out for. And look, you can see here that Ayo, she gets minus 5 TP, minus like magic attack. Now here with Nozomi, she actually gets some attack, but she loses her defenses. So it's up to you whether you want like Nozomi to actually tank or get a little bit more benefits from her TP. It's really weird because this has the opposite effect for Nozomi and June, where you can see that they're getting 15 TP and minus like defenses, they're getting a little bit more HP, but then they're getting some attack. It's really weird, right? It's really weird. Okay, Monica is a super no if this is accurate. Minus 40 TP, that is a no. Like, that is way too much. So make your own judgment calls when it comes to these things. Like, I feel like most of the characters are going to be worth it, and then some are not. Like Anna losing a bit of TP. Also, you can say like the TP gains outside of Monica is like fairly low to the point where it's like, oh, it's negligible, whether I think this is actually going to be good enough for me to not upgrade. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's very situational because some people want more attack opposed to like more TP and stuff like that. And it's gonna be one of those things where it's like you can either farm gear and get these characters ready, or you can just get them to R8. But I don't recommend everyone going to R8 instantly. I recommend some characters definitely sitting at R7, and you know, you're not going to build every single character, so there's that, right? Alright, that's going to be all the different characters. If you like this video, make sure to leave a comment, drop a like, consider subscribing to the channel, helps me so much. Once we hit 15k subs, we'll be doing that giveaway. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Valentine's Day is coming up, so I might get a little busy. Last day of clan battle is going to be on Valentine's Day. Really weird there, so I might not be doing the best damage. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy all the different news that we're getting. Crunchyroll, you're doing a good job. Stay on this path and I will have some faith. Looks like the Sony acquisition was actually a good thing for them. Anyways, I will see you in the next one.